The Black Web, a dangerous game of love. In the vibrant city of Lagos, Nigeria, Mary, a charming and cunning lady, wove a web of deceit. She simultaneously dated 3 men, Emeka, Ode, and Musa, each unaware of the other's existence. Mary skillfully juggled her relationships, collecting gifts and affection from each of them. She was a master of manipulation, using her charm and beauty to keep them captivated. As fate would have it, Mary discovered she was pregnant. With no idea who the father was, she decided to keep the pregnancy a secret, hoping to buy time to figure out what to do. Meanwhile, Emeka, Ode, and Musa each discovered Mary's pregnancy and assumed they were the father. As they each claimed responsibility, tensions rose, and the 3 men began to fight over who owned the pregnancy. Mary, overwhelmed and unsure, pretended not to know who the father was, fueling the men's rivalry. Emeka, with a mix of excitement and anxiety, took Mary aside one evening, his eyes filled with hope and uncertainty. "Mary," he began, his voice trembling slightly, "I've been thinking. Is it possible that the child you carry is mine?" Mary, with practiced finesse, met his gaze with pretended surprise, her heart pounding with the weight of her deception. "Emeka, my love," she replied softly, her words laced with false sincerity, "I understand your concerns, but please trust me when I say that the baby could very well be yours. Let us wait and see." Ode, the passionate artist, approached Mary with a mixture of apprehension and longing, his emotions painted across his face like a masterpiece waiting to be unveiled. "Mary," he murmured, his voice filled with longing, "I can't shake this feeling that the child you carry is mine. Tell me, am I right?" Mary, her heart heavy with guilt, met his gaze with practiced innocence, her words dripping with honeyed deception. "Ode, my dear," she whispered, her voice a delicate melody of falsehoods, "I understand your fears, but rest assured, there's a strong possibility that the baby belongs to you. Let us have faith in our love." Musa, the charming politician, approached Mary with a blend of confidence and vulnerability, his charisma a mask for the uncertainty lurking beneath the surface. "Mary," he declared, his voice shaded with desperation and desire, "I can't ignore the possibility that the child you carry is mine. Please, put my mind at ease." Mary, her heart heavy with deceit, met his gaze with practiced innocence, her words a carefully crafted tapestry of untruths. "Musa, my darling," she murmured, her voice a symphony of falsehoods, "I understand your concerns, but believe me when I say that there's every chance the baby is yours. Let us trust in our bond." With each encounter, Mary spun a web of lies, weaving a tapestry of deceit that captured the hearts of Emeka, Ode, and Musa in its intricate threads. And as the web tightened around them, Mary danced on, her secrets buried deep within the puzzle of her own making. The situation became more complicated when Emeka, a wealthy businessman, offered to marry Mary and raise the child as his own. Ode, a passionate artist, vowed to fight for his rights as a father, while Musa, a charming politician, used his influence to try and win Mary's heart. As the 3 men continued to battle for Mary's attention, she began to receive mysterious messages and gifts from an unknown sender. The messages were always signed with a single letter, T. Mary knew exactly who was behind the cryptic messages, but she pretended not to, further fueling the men's suspicions. After giving birth, the three men insisted on a DNA test to determine the baby's father. The results shocked everyone. None of the three men were the biological father. The baby belonged to another man, unknown to the trio but familiar to Mary. However, she continued to pretend ignorance, further provoking Emeka, Ode, and Musa. As the truth unfolded, the three men felt betrayed, hurt, and heartbroken. Mary's secrets had caused a rift, damaging the relationships she had so carefully constructed. Emeka, Ode, and Musa went their separate ways, each trying to heal from the emotional turmoil. But the mysterious T was not done yet. He began to reveal himself, slowly but surely. Mary received a beautiful silver necklace with a note that read, "For my queen and our prince." The necklace was engraved with the letter T and a royal crown. Mary knew she couldn't keep the truth hidden forever. She finally revealed that the mysterious T was Toby, a powerful and wealthy man who had been her secret lover for years. Toby was the father of her child, and he had been watching from the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to claim his family. Mary's heart soared with jubilation as Toby, the elusive figure behind the mysterious T, stepped forward from the shadows, revealing himself as the true father of her child and the keeper of her heart. With wealth and power at his disposal, Toby swept Mary off her feet, showering her with lavish gifts, extravagant dates, and promises of a glamorous future. Blinded by love and intoxicated by the attraction of Toby's affluence, Mary is immersed in the glow of his attention, believing herself to be the sole object of his desire. Toby's grand gestures seemed to affirm her deepest desires, offering her a glimpse into a world of extravagance and luxury beyond her wildest dreams. Yet, amidst the passionate affair, Mary remained blinded to the hidden dangers beneath the surface, unaware of the secrets that Toby harbored within his heart. Behind the facade of generosity and charm, Toby concealed a truth that would shatter Mary's illusion of blissful ignorance. As they exchanged vows in a lavish wedding ceremony, Mary's heart swelled with anticipation, her dreams of a fairy tale romance seemingly within reach. But her happiness was short-lived as the truth came crashing down around her like a house of cards. It was only after the wedding bells had faded into the distance and the jubilation of their union had subsided that Mary discovered the devastating reality of her situation. Toby, the man she had trusted with her heart, was not the Prince Charming she had envisioned, but a king of deception, with 4 wives hidden in the shadows of his supposed extravagant kingdom. And this time around, the player was played. With each revelation, Mary's world crumbled around her, the weight of betrayal crushing her spirit as she realized the gravity of her mistake. Trapped in a polygamous union she had unwittingly entered, Mary felt the walls closing in around her, suffocating her hopes and dreams in a prison of her own making. As the truth of Toby's deceit unfolded like a dark cloud before her eyes, Mary found herself torn between despair and regret, mourning the loss of the fairy tale romance she had so naively believed in. And as she looked upon the glittering facade of her once beloved Toby, she realized that true love was not measured in lavish gifts or extravagant promises, but in honesty, transparency, and the strength to walk away from deceit. From the onset of her relationship with Toby, Mary saw fit to introduce Neoma to her charming suitor, hoping to share the joy of her newfound love with her dearest friend. Little did she know, this seemingly innocent gesture would sow the seeds of betrayal that would ultimately tear their bond asunder. Back then, when Mary embarked on romantic escapades with Emeka, Ode, and Musa, she normally enlisted Neoma as her trusted messenger, dispatching her friend to deliver messages to Toby whenever any of the three men whisked her away on extravagant dates. Oblivious to the romantic affair blossoming beneath her nose, Mary entrusted Neoma with her deepest secrets, unaware of the treacherous path upon which her friend trod. Unknowingly to Mary then, Toby's interest in Neoma grew with each encounter, his admiration for her beauty and charm blooming into a forbidden desire that he dared not acknowledge. As Neoma became trapped in the web of deception that bound Mary to Toby, she found herself drawn into a romantic affair that would rock their friendship to its core. As if fate itself conspired against her, Mary's world was rocked by a devastating revelation that would shatter the fragile remnants of her once promising romance. In a cruel twist of fate, Toby's clandestine affair with Neoma bore the fruit of an unexpected pregnancy, plunging Mary into the depths of despair as she watched her best friend become entangled in the web of deceit that had captivated them all. The news of Neoma's pregnancy echoed through the corridors of Mary's heart like a thunderous drumbeat, each resounding thought driving home the harsh reality of her betrayal. As the truth unfolded in all its brutal clarity, Mary stood on the verge of devastation, her world crumbling around her as the fragile bonds of friendship and love unraveled at her feet. But the final blow came with the revelation that Toby, the man she had entrusted with her heart, had taken Neoma as his sixth wife, sealing their forbidden union in the bonds of matrimony. The weight of betrayal bore down upon Mary like a leaden cloak, suffocating her hopes and dreams in a chaos of anguish and despair. In the wake of such heartache, Mary found herself adrift in a sea of sorrow, mourning not only the loss of her best friend but also the shattered remnants of her shattered dreams of true love. The pain of betrayal cut deep, carving a jagged rift in her soul that seemed impossible to bridge. Now, Mary is stuck in a polygamous marriage, unable to live due to financial dependence on Toby. She regrets her actions against Emeka, Ode, and Musa, who loved her deeply, and wishes she could turn back time. In the end, Mary's web of lies entrapped her, and she was left to face the consequences of her actions. She learned that honesty and transparency are essential in relationships, but also that polygamy is not for everyone. If you enjoy our story, please kindly subscribe and like. This will encourage us to do more. Thank you so much as you subscribe, like and share.